Hello, my name is Reggie Bray. I'm a Operations Section Chief with Pacific Northwest Team 2, and today is the briefing for the Dolan fire for Monday, September 21st. Lots of good work has been going on this fire, really seeing decreased fire activity and fire behavior across the whole fire area. Last night the fire was very quiet. Yesterday we did do some aerial ignition on the interior of the fire, just cleaning up some unburned pockets of fuel and just strengthening some of the lines, especially down along the Highway 1 corridor just south or just north of Pacific Valley. Today's operations really continue the same as what we've been doing the last couple of days. Up here on the northwest part of the fire, McWay Ridge up to the North Coast Ridge Road. We're just and down toward Anderson Peak, patrolling that. We have resources in there that are starting to backhaul supplies out of there. Lots of hose, pumps, things like that, just getting those off the fire line. As we move down along the coast here, down along Highway 1 down to Hermitage, continuing just to mop up around the structures in Hermitage. The crews continue to be vigilant in there, just making sure nothing pops up, finding a little bit of heat in some places, and then they're continuing to backhaul all of the supplies and stuff out of there and along some of the structures along the Pacific Coastal Highway. As we move down to the southern tip of the fire, we've been just trying to get fired back down to Highway 1, just so we can really get that road secured, so we could open it up, as quickly as possible. And so that's been ongoing. They've been burning out pockets of heat in there, just getting it down to the highway, starting to mop it up, and really just beginning to patrol that. We're still seeing some rollout, having some issues with some trees down across the road, and in some other areas too. So, we just continue to be vigilant and watch that, make sure that stays, buttoned up along the highway, and then just really making sure that all the fire around the structures and stuff, all that is mopped up and looking good. So continuing to patrol that, everything just north of Pacific Valley. As we getting up here to Pruitt Ridge, the line that we fired out several days ago up to the South Coast Ridge Road, coming across McKern Road, all of that is looking really good. Very little heat in our infrared signatures from last night. Things are cooling down, and we just continue to mop that up and patrol that, but things are looking really good. As we get over here to the Nacimiento-Ferguson Road in Fort Hunter Liggett, all the way up around to Del Venturi Road, things are looking really good in there too. We continue just to have engines and resources patrol that, just making sure that everything's good. But we're really confident that this is going to stay in place and really pose no issues. As we look at the east side of the fire, as we get up toward Coleman Canyon, the AV Ranch, we even up into Pine Canyon, just to the west of it, and Release Canyon. All of those areas we have containment lines that are done. The structure prep has been completed for several days. All of that is in place in case this fire wants to, move to the northeast and threaten those areas. But really, we're not seeing that, and I'll talk a little bit about that as we, move around up to Arroyo Seco. Again, all those lines are in place. Contingency lines, to the east of Tasajera. Really just all of that, everything is done. We're just holding, just making sure that those are improved, making sure the structure prep is improved. We're just dialing that in a little bit more. And really what we're trying to do is keep an eye on the fire edge that doesn't really have any direct containment line, but is really showing no heat as we move from the Arroyo Seco River all the way up to the Arroyo Seco Road, back down into the Santa Lucia river drainage, and then up to Junipero Peak. We've just been concentrating with our aviation resources We're flying air attack. We have lookouts here just south of Arroyo Seco, and anything that we start to see heat, start to see smoke, we get helicopters up. We start looking at trying to keep that, basically put out and just holding this. So this morning, our infrared signatures, the IR that we flew last night, showed very little heat in here. That's been the focus the last several days. We really haven't seen this fire move. We continue just to keep eyes on it and really try to keep this in place. We want to keep it in this footprint that it's in currently, and we're going to continue to do that the next several days, just keeping an eye on this and making sure that nothing moves out of there. So overall, again, moving back in here to the Arroyo Seco River, really not much movement here either, where it bumped up into the Sobranes fire, keeping it from moving north toward Tasajera. Some of those areas it seems to be, holding well in there. That's the briefing for today. Thank you.